So there is a myth that when you put water into a pan or something, that all of the bad rice floats up top. Well, I don't know if you guys can see that. In fact, actually, maybe you guys can see that. You can see the little air bubbles and pockets of air bubbles. If I were to do this, you would notice that some of the rice sinks, some of it floats. It really doesn't matter. That is not the rice being bad, okay? That is just the rice being floated by trapped air pockets that have not been able to escape the water tension. Okay, it's a complete wives' tale. It's a myth. It's horseshit. Now, if you're concerned about your rice being bad, here's what you can do. You can throw it away. Okay, because you're not going to be able to tell with all these stupid little tricks, and people will swear by them and everything, you know, just like they'll swear by some guy coming out of the sky to absolve humanity of their fucking sins. Now, that being said, why am I putting this in a container? Well, this is brown rice, and brown rice is interesting in itself because it takes a lot longer to cook, and it's just difficult to cook in a rice cooker. Well, if you soak it in water for 24 to 48 hours, it becomes a lot easier to cook. Now, with that being said, this guy's going to go on a shelf. It's going to sit. You can put it in the refrigerator. You can put it on the pantry. It doesn't really matter. The reason why this works is the water soaks in. It helps the rice release acid. The acid in particular is lactic acid. Now, this lactic acid, that should sound familiar because when your muscles are sore, that's also lactic acid. And, of course, stretching and rubbing, massaging can help release lactic acid, which will reduce soreness. So, not the same thing, not the same reason. It is the same thing in terms of being lactic acid. The reason why it's present, however, is not because rice is exercising and not because rice is stiff. Lactic acid in the context of rice like this is more like how rigor mortis sets into a corpse, because this rice is not alive. And if I were to keep leaving it in water and add soil and shit, it would not grow. Okay. It will have a pungent smell when I open it up later, but other than that, I just rinse it with water and then I book oil like normal.